Hey everyone, it's May 7th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Martin Bryant, the perpetrator of the Port Arthur Massacre, the worst mass shooting in Australian history that left 35 victims dead and was the impetus for their now famously strict gun laws. And that is him right up there. Born in 1967, Bryant was thought to be a mentally disabled child, being put into special education classes and was tested to have an IQ of just 66. Often prone to violent outbursts, teachers described him as lacking empathy and displaying inappropriate emotions. Bryant frequently disrupted class and was sent for psychiatric treatment several times. After he graduated from school, he lived off a disability pension, supplementing that income with odd jobs as a handyman and gardener. While working, Bryant met and befriended a 54-year-old woman who was a wealthy heiress, and she invited him to live with her. He moved in, and she made him the sole beneficiary of her estate shortly before she was killed in a car accident in 1992, leaving Bryant with a farm and more than $500,000. His father took a leave of absence from work to help his son manage the farm he had just inherited, but died the next year under suspicious circumstances that were ruled as suicide at the time. Bryant used his newfound fortune to travel and also to amass an arsenal of weapons, including AR-10 and AR-15 rifles, shotguns, a .30 caliber gun, and a massive amount of ammunition. On April 28, 1996, Bryant put those weapons to use in Port Arthur. He awoke that morning and, after running some errands, headed to a guest home that his father had wanted to purchase before his untimely death. Bryant shot and killed the couple who had bought it instead, then drove into Port Arthur, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that was a prison location dating back to Australians' origins as a penal colony. After enjoying a meal at the on-site cafe, he put his tray away and began his murder spree, pulling out his AR-15 and shooting indiscriminately at men, women, and children. He continued his actions in the gift shop and parking lot before moving on to the toll booth at the entrance and carjacking a vehicle. Bryant wound up back at the guest home where he had killed his first two victims, and an 18-hour standoff with police ensued. He eventually set fire to the house and attempted to escape in the confusion, but was apprehended, putting an end to the terror. All told, Bryant killed 35 victims and injured 37 others. After an initial not guilty plea, he changed his tune and pleaded guilty, being sentenced to spend the rest of his life in prison. As a result of this massacre, Australia's government changed their gun laws despite interference from the NRA here in the US, who lobbied against the changes. 643,000 firearms were turned in for destruction, and Australia didn't have another mass shooting until 2019 when 4 people were killed with a shotgun in Darwin. I wonder what that's like. If this is your birthday, leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you have a great day. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Martin Bryant, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.